Shall we begin?
Let's get started. Hey, Mom, can I have $20?
I gave you $20 yesterday. Futures Academy in Victoria is a different kind of school. We use the individually designed educational achievement plan to build a program for your child based on their needs, strengths, and struggles. If your child has had trouble in public school, perhaps developed anxiety or fallen behind in grade levels and achievement, give us a call. Our number is 361-433-0322. You can also check us out on the web at futuresacademyvic.com. I look forward to hearing from you.
Hello.
You scared me.
Say hi.
Hi.
I have Kaitlyn with me today, and we are doing an On the Whim episode.
On the whim, like...
On a whim, yeah.
On a whim.
I pulled up.
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago, and this...
Okay, I've been trying to get Kaitlyn to record this one with me for a while, because this is a good topic that you and I talk about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Something I think that we're both passionate about is friendship.
I do love a good friend.
And, well, I mean, we both... That relationship between us and anyone is special. Having a friendship, being a girl, is just fun.
Being a girl is something that you don't understand unless you're a gal, you know? Like, it's a special bond.
So, what I want to talk today about is being a girl's girl. And, like, what that means and how to do it. So, I think one thing that makes you a girl's girl... A girl's girl.
A girl.
Is, you're very quick to, like, tell somebody they're wrong. And that sounds like it's not a positive thing, but I think it is.
Okay.
Because one thing that our friendship has taught me is if you can't call your friends on their bullshit, that's not your friend.
That's not your friend. Fact. If you can't tell me I'm wrong and I can't tell you you're wrong, then what?
Then what are we doing here?
Yeah. What's the point?
Do you feel like you've always been that way? Like, even in high school, you were that way? Do you feel like you had a lot of drama in high school, probably because of things like that?
Maybe that is why.
That's why I think
Maybe, I don't know. Because I feel like I've always, like, bit my tongue, like, a little bit, but, like, maybe I haven't. You know what? I haven't.
You biting your tongue?
No, I feel like, sometimes I feel like there's a lot of things, like, I want to say and can't say, but, like, maybe that's just, like, family dynamic, things like that. But, like, to a f***ing stranger...
I do feel like probably in your family you do bite your tongue for the peace of the family. I think we all do that in some form, you know. But yeah, as far as a stranger...
Or, like, one of my homegirls who is not in my family dynamic that, like, you know, like, somebody I met that doesn't have all the same, like, sweep it under the rug trauma that we all have in my family. You know, like, those people, I have been able to, like, just say whatever I'm feeling.
I've mentioned before that not to call Lauren out, throw her under the bus, but there was a time where we were like, hey, get your shit together.
Oh. Yeah.
There was a time that...
Well, yeah, I think, like, we've all had that moment.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Well,
but,
like, we've had that moment with her. Y'all have had that. Like, I remember Lauren telling me after Wiz and Austin died that, like, she was like, hey, like, I get you're sad and I love you, but, like, you gotta get up. And, like, you gotta keep moving. And, like, that sucks. But,
well, and, like, your friends should be able to tell you the hard stuff.
Yeah. She was like, you're definitely, like, this is... sent you deep down, like, you've gotta, you know, and that was, like, the only person that could tell me that, you know, at the time, that, like, that was the person I needed to, like, lift me up.
Well, I think it meant more because y'all aren't emotional. I tell you emotional shit all the time.
Yeah,
like,
Lauren's not.
And so for her to go, hey, you're not okay.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, you know?
Yeah, that's real of her.
Because whereas I was checking on you every day, but, like, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And I know you will, you know?
Yeah.
And Lauren did too, but it was kind of her job to go, hey.
Yeah, hey.
If I can see you're struggling, it's not good.
Yeah,
you know?
things aren't great.
But we've also done that, you know, I had a boyfriend for a while that you were like, you have to leave him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To the point where you pulled up to his house and got me. You said, you're coming home with me.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I think that's you know, a
And I'll
girl's
do
girl
that.
thing.
Yeah, I'll do that for any of my friends.
Well, and any woman.
Any woman. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of girls who, like, I'm definitely not as close with. But, like, I've seen a lot of... I don't know. I feel like I always have a friend that, like, is just going through it. Or, like, maybe all women just go through it with a shitty man.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm just the friend that's like, I'm going to stick with you through this. And I'm going to be there for you. But, like, I am also going to push you to, like, get out of this situation and better yourself. And so, like, sometimes I've lost friends from that.
Which,
and, like...
that kind of tells me, like, that's not a friend that you want
to have.
Because when I was in that relationship and you're telling me I needed to leave and I'm going, no, and I don't even want to talk to you about it now, you were kind of like, you know, I'm not going to let you stay in this, but, like, I'm not going to leave you over it either.
Yeah.
So, either get out or...
Yeah.
We're, you know, figure it out.
Yeah, like, I can't hear about it constantly and not hate him.
Yeah. Well, and, like, there's something special about, like, friendship because that person didn't come from you and you didn't make vows to them forever.
Yeah.
But we still love each other so freaking much.
Yeah.
Bleep that, sorry. Ching! But we still have a very close relationship without...
I didn't sell my soul to you or anything.
Yeah.
Maybe I did.
But, so that's, like, to me, the most... like real form of a relationship is the
absolutely.
Friendship, because like I said, you're literally choosing that person just because you like them.
Sisters like you didn't pick, or like the sisters that like nobody gave you, like you got to pick. Like I got to handpick you, bitches. Well, and actually, I didn't even get to pick you. You just somehow we wound up in the same vehicle one day, and we've been friends ever since.
My mom and I were actually saying that I have it's kind of my MO that I adopt my friends.
Yeah,
I go, I like you, and I'm going to call you every day now. Yeah. Is that me or what?
Yeah,
like,
that's, you're definitely always hoe checking. Like,
okay. So, let me ask you a scenario that's kind of girly.
Ooh, give it to me.
Okay, so, if you have a friend who has been with her boyfriend for a long time, let's say they're engaged, they're married, they're together for a long time, and... her boyfriend's cheating on her, whatever. Obviously, you want to tell her.
Oh, I've told her.
You'll tell her.
I told her 3 months ago. Like.
But the thing is, some women are like, not my business.
That's crazy.
I think that's crazy, too.
That's crazy.
Okay, what if it's a coworker?
I'm telling her.
See, and some people would say, like, no, you leave your work at work.
My nose is on the ground, baby. I'm in the fucking pot. Like,
bling, cha-ching.
Sorry, ching, ching, ching. I think your mom said we could just bleep over that. I think we don't have to ching it every time. Now your grandma really knows.
She knows I'm a potty mouth.
Yeah, sorry.
And see, my thing is, the thing is, outside of work, that woman is still a woman. And she's still getting hurt.
Fact.
And even if I didn't know her, I'd do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, it's my duty, like, as another woman.
Okay, have you ever been the one that someone tells, like, hey, your man's cheating?
Mm-mm. You know what? In high school. But, like, does that really count?
I don't know, because my high school boyfriend did that to me, too. But
the body cells have, like, recuperated. I don't even remember that man. Like, it's... You know, does that really...
Does it count?
Does it count? But yes, I have had that, and, you know.
How did you take that, though?
Oh, at the time I was sorry, bling.
Let's take a quick break so that you can wash your mouth out with soap.
Hey, this is Stephanie. You already know that I am the owner and director of Futures Academy here in Victoria, Texas. We serve grades 5 through 12, and we are a different kind of school for kids who have not found success elsewhere. Or maybe you've been homeschooled or met up with some difficult times in public school, and mom and dad just need a little extra help for a while. Give us a call. Our number is 361-433-0322, and we will let you know how we can help.
All right, now that Kaitlyn has been saved by the blood of Jesus, She'll be watching her mouth from now on.
I'll be trying.
Okay, so back to being a girl's girl. I asked, have you ever been the person that is told, hey, your boyfriend's cheating? Because a lot of girls don't react well to that.
Yeah, a lot of girls are like ugly to each other when like.
But think about that. You're being manipulated by a man.
Oh yeah.
And a girl comes at you saying, your man is talking to me.
Yeah.
That'd make me defensive too. Because here I am believing every slimy word out of his mouth. I don't know if our parents like dealt with stuff like this, because
damn, back then he had to call the house phone.
Huh?
He had to call the house phone.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, were you really risking that?
Yeah, I guess.
You had to go to the bar, you know? You had to go somewhere to cheat on your wife. You had to, you know? Nowadays, it's a lot easier. You could just be on Tinder.
Well, or you see it on Instagram and message that girl. Because you're right. Because back then,
crazy,
if I found out that girl was sleeping with my husband, by the time I drive myself down to the bar to fight her, I've already talked myself down. I'm already... Yeah, you're right. Wow. So the internet has made us all crazy.
Well, and like, first response, and like, by the time you get to the bar, I guess you can relax a little bit. I don't know. See, like, I'm gonna hold a grudge. The thing is, Chris is gonna come home, and I'm probably not gonna respond to this woman, because I don't want any witnesses. And then Chris is gonna come home, and I'm gonna be so sweet. He's gonna think everything's normal. And then I'm gonna break his kneecaps in the middle of the night.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
And then I'm gonna leave. He knows better. You know, like, he would just, like, I'd you know, like,
he said, I don't need to have a conversation with that woman to handle it.
I don't need to have a conversation with her to handle it, because I'm gonna kill him. He's dead.
Allegedly,
he's dead. That's a fact. Allegedly, I killed him. That's another maybe.
Okay, moving on so that I don't have to testify in court.
Yeah, we're married by then, you and I. He dies, we're married the next day.
Okay, so the thing about being a girl's girl, I think a lot of women just aren't taught that.
Oh,
but
true.
So we've also talked before about how my mom doesn't have a lot of girlfriends. I mean, she has friends she has friends.
Yeah.
But she's never been the kind of girl to go on a girls' trip with her friends or, like, you know, meet up once a month for brunch. Like, she doesn't have those kind of girlfriends.
Yeah.
So, but she still taught me to be a good friend by being a good friend to me. And I think that's probably the same case for you, too. Because was Wiz the kind of person to do, you know?
Oh, girl, she had a lot of friends.
Well, but, like, she went out all the time with them and, like...
Yeah, she bowled once a week with her homegirls.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, she went on a Vegas trip once a year. Like...
Yeah,
Wiz was a girl's girl and she led by example.
Yeah.
And, like, she really, like, held it down for the women she knew. And, like, I think that's, you know, that's my best example is my granny she was on point with that, you know?
Well, and, like, I think that River will be a good friend because she sees that I have good friends. Not only am I a good friend, but I attract good friendships, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's important for the next generation to know.
Mm-hmm. And you're not supposed to do it alone. You're supposed to have, like,
you're not supposed to do it alone.
Me and my grandma were just talking about that.
Well, soon we'll have an episode on the Village. I actually think I want to do, like, a series on it because that's another big topic that I'm real passionate about is that, you're not supposed to do it alone. And that,
for sure.
you know, the poem that's like, we were girls together. And, like, the things that you do now that are, like, we're girls together. Like, we're still that way. I'm excited to see you and all your friends get ready for your wedding because...
No, I'm excited. Well, in January, Haley's getting married, and so we're gonna do that. Like, we get the precursor to like,
that. Yeah, you get to do it twice. Really?
In the same year. And I think that's so, like, fortunate because, like, really and truly, we were girls together. Like, I remember playing dress up. And Haley and I have been friends so long, I remember taking a bath with her. Like, like we've been friends.
Wow, I wonder if y'all can find pictures of y'all playing dress up and then put them next to pictures of y'all getting ready for each other's weddings.
my granny has, like, pictures from all of my birthday parties. And every year my granny let me hold, like, a big slumber party. And so every year we would, like, decorate T-shirts. She went and got, like, the puff paint and the T-shirts. And so for my bachelorette trip, everybody's gonna, like,
do the same
decorate
thing.
T-shirts that, like, they'll use to, like, get ready in the wedding.
That's cute. I love that.
And so, yeah, you'll get a decorated T-shirt, and you'll get your first true Wiz slumber party
I love
experience. It's a great experience.
I love
Everybody
that.
should have it.
Speaking of slumber parties, one of my favorite memories of a slumber party was... I don't feel like I was really close friends with the girl, but I got invited to her party and I went.
I'm gonna go. I'll be there, baby.
Yeah, and like as a kid, like you're friends with everybody in the first hour, and like suddenly that's your best friend. Like
yeah.
So that's kind of how it was. But we stayed up all night, and that was the first time I ever did the thing where you take everybody's bras, get them wet, and freeze them. You never did that?
No.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you. Is if you've ever done that? It's a little prank that you do. Like we all had like training bras. And so you dip them in the bathtub, and then you stick them in the freezer, and when they wake up the next morning to put on their bra, it's frozen.
No.
Let's do it to everybody at your bachelor.
My bachelorette party. Everybody's like, what the heck? There's no bras.
Surely I'm not the only person that ever did that at a slumber party.
Everybody's just like...
They thought I was weird for doing that.
Yeah, and you're like... Everybody's walking around like this for the next day.
We were like 10, so it wasn't like that, but... Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
You're like, I don't know, was that weird?
You know what's even more funny? Is before I went to the slumber party, my mom was telling me about that prank. So surely it had to be my idea. And what if that's not a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways. We've kind of talked before, too. I don't know if it was on this episode or another one, or not this episode, but if it was on an episode or not. Kind of pick-me girls.
Ooh.
And how those are usually not girls.
And yeah, but like, wasn't everybody a pick-me girl in high school?
I would say at some point, because...
At some point in your life, you're a pick-me girl.
Well, the thing about a pick-me girl
But then you realize you're like, whoa.
The thing about a pick-me girl is looking for attention.
Yeah,
and I think everybody does go through that at some point.
Yeah, because I was definitely like that at high school.
But what do you do with friends like that when you're...
An adult?
25 plus.
You stop being friends with those people.
True.
Because, like, Jesus Christ, do you need this much attention?
Yeah.
Sorry, Jesus.
Sorry, Jesus.
Do you need this much attention? Do you have to be... And I think of a pick-me girl as, like, doing anything she can to get, like, a man's attention.
I think it's anyone's attention.
Okay, well, and I think that's what makes it, like, through high school. Like, that's what makes, like, everybody's a pick-me girl at some point, you know?
I think so, too, but...
If it's attention by everybody, and I think you're right about that, because, like, that's definitely how I felt in high school. Like, I just needed attention.
Yeah.
And, like... you know,
but haven't you ever had a job with someone who is that way?
Oh, I've known so many people,
and so
like
it's not just a man's attention.
Right. It's not a man's attention, but like there's always
you know what? It's someone superior to them. That kind of attention.
Yeah, and so they want like a boy's affirmation, and they'll throw their girls under the bus. They'll be like, "Did you just fart?"
Yeah,
in front of a guy you like. Like that's some crazy. Like, girl, you should be beat up for that. Like that's some crazy. That's
not very girl.
That's fight on sight. Like to do that to somebody. That's ugly. And it is not very girl. But it's ugly, is what that is.
Okay.
But there's a lot of women that like don't grow out of that. Like, they continue that for the rest of their lives. And, like, girl,
well, and
seek therapy.
It makes me want to go, who has been that kind of friend to you?
Who did that to you? Who doesn't love you?
This sounds like we're talking a lot of trash. And I'm not.
I am.
Well, I mean, we are talking a lot of trash, but...
Feel it.
Okay, so
feel it in your bones.
Let's get into...
Feel the shame.
The positives. If I'm teaching my daughter to be a girl's girl... Like I said, I think Stephanie was a good friend to me.
Yeah.
She was there for me. She didn't judge me. And and called me out when I was wrong.
Yeah, Stephanie is like the best kind of mom.
She really is. She really is.
Yeah, yeah.
I know, I hit the lottery with her.
Gold token.
You hear this,
candy
Steph?
bar.
You hear this, Stephanie?
The Wonka bar.
Yeah, she's a good
moms.
one. But I think that probably being an example's
the best. Yeah,
the best number one.
do.
But I mean, they're gonna come tough. Here's the thing I know I struggle with is maybe it's because I'm a Gemini, but I love vengeance, not revenge.
Oh.
Vengeance. I like justice, and justice is not always nice.
I feel that.
And so that is what if anytime I've struggled with being a good friend, that's why.
Yeah. 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 I feel that. See, and like sometimes I feel like I mess up like being a good friend because I don't know, like
I think your emotions get more involved than you would like.
Yeah, my emotions get too involved, and then I just step back, and I'm just like, okay, like
more than you would like.
Yeah, and so then I just like have to step back and like do my own thing for a little bit, and like like remember that like I can't be that involved.
I totally get that because sometimes I feel like, okay, I'm so upset for you that it's like
it's hitting me.
It's disrupting me.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, and like, man, as much as I want to be a good friend, sometimes I cannot deal with it.
I cannot
do it.
Yeah.
But I think the way you prevent that is calling your friends out when they're wrong.
Yeah.
Being there to listen, because the thing is, when that ex and I finally broke up and I was ready to cry and lose it and go crazy for 6 months, you were there.
Yeah.
I literally didn't have a car and you drove me everywhere. Like,
beep, beep. Get in.
And
get in, girl.
You stayed when you didn't want to, when I was beating myself up, when it was hard.
Yeah.
But then you're there in the you're times too.
Yeah.
Which is why you're a child's godmother, so.
Yeah. That's the part, like that's just the part of being a friend.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you something we've been asking everybody that's on the show. What is something that you think should be $20? And not just like, oh, you should be able to buy a house for $20, but like something that used to be $20 that should still be $20. What I said was getting your nails done.
I had two things that came to mind, and
you can't say them on the podcast.
No.
Oh my gosh. Everyone pray for Kaitlyn's soul.
I think I don't want to say a service because like the people who do services work really hard, and so I don't want to
But man, those services used to be
the
cheaper.
$20 nails were a hit, baby. I
when I was 10, I went to the nail salon with my best friend, $25, and I was looking fancy with that French.
2 for $20.
Oh.
At Chili's.
Oh,
2 for $20.
dude, they don't even have it anymore.
They don't have it anymore. Why can't I get 2 for $20 at Chili's?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about 2 for $20. Isn't that crazy? Because then there for a while it was like 2 for $35 or 2 for $40.
Yeah, because what the heck?
Which fine, I'm fine for upping the price because I like a good deal. But man, 2 for $20 at Chili's. And you know what? That was the time whenever I worked at Chili's, and so I was getting a discount on that 2 for $22.
Oh, so it's like, oh my god,
like
that's when life was worth living.
I was paying like $15.
God bless Chili's.
I know. I feel God in this Chili's right now.
I feel God in this Chili's. I feel God right here.
All right. Well, don't forget to like, subscribe wherever you listen. Leave us a comment. Follow us on YouTube.
And I run a sweet little business.
Oh, y'all have heard of it.
Flour and Butter. And I'll be sponsoring this sometimes, And I would just like to say that if you guys need any caterings or any type of food or any type of bread, sweets, anything, give me a call. My number's 361-571-1125, and I'll work with you. We can figure out a budget. Just give me the business. Help me out.
Our stuff is really great. Some of the best stuff I've ever had. Those scones are my favorite.
Which ones?
The cheddar ones.
Ooh. The jalapeno
cheddar, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
There was a while that I was making them with the serranos from my garden.
Ooh. So good.
Killing it.
Okay, so y'all check that out. Don't forget to follow us everywhere you listen. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever. And Don't forget to follow Futures Academy and be listening for more information on the Brace for Impact Parent Expo. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
The way to go.
Hey, small business owners, thanks for listening to our podcast. Can we have $20? That will get you a 30-second commercial on our podcast, along with a mention in our post and a link in our show notes. If you're interested, give Cheyenne a call at 361-550-2325. Thanks for listening.